Hey gamers, my name's Gil, and this is my full class campaign guide for Legacy Steel and Sorcery Season 2. Before we get started, it's good to note that while the campaigns are themed after each class, you don't necessarily need to be playing that class to complete them. Some quests do require class-specific mechanics, but the vast majority do not, meaning you can knock out most of these quests no matter what class you're playing. Also, this is a continuation of my map campaign guide video, so if you've got any questions about those quests, make sure to check that one out as well. Moving forward, we have the Rogue campaign, The Serpent's Kiss. Our first quest wants us to craft 10 poison darts, which are made at the crafting bench using splintered bones from skeletons and venom glands from spiders. Spiders are scarce in Goldbrook and Greenwood Day, but you'll find plenty of them in the Night and Crypt maps. Alternatively, if you have the level 5 disarm trait, you can open rogue lockboxes around the map, which have a high chance to drop venom glands. Our next two quests involve killing bandits and looting their Ruffian coins. You need to kill 10 bandits and extract with 300 Ruffian coins, which isn't too bad as bandits are common across Goldbrook and Greenwood Night. Following that, we need to collect and extract 10 fire powder. These are easily obtained from goblin bombers or looted from shelves around the map. This one should be quick and easy as the drop rate is very high. Our next quest involves collecting 3 steel teeth. These are a rare drop from the elite goblin bruisers or an uncommon drop from the red special tier ones. Following this, we should craft 6 lockpicks. This does require a level 2 crafting bench, and the recipe uses Monstrous dark runes, which are a common drop from all special tier mobs. The next quest wants us to kill 5 elite goblins that are afflicted by poison. This one should be pretty simple, especially if you go to the Baron's estate, which is filled with elite and special tier goblins. Just apply poison and then finish the kill. After that, we have a quest similar to the Steel Teeth quest, as we need to collect 6 lucky coins, which are a rare drop from elite goblin rogues and an uncommon drop from the red special tier ones. Our next quest is to collect the Serpent statue treasure. Now this can be one of the more frustrating ones, as the spawn is fairly rare and it does require treasure room keys to check. The Serpent statue treasure can be found in both treasure rooms on Greenwood Day. The Church of the Woods, I found it in the back left corner inside of a gold pile. And in the cemetery treasure room, I found it about halfway down on the right side. If you need more treasure keys, they can be bartered at the treasurer when he's at level 4 reputation. Our next quest wants us to gather Grave Root in the Crypts map, and then extract through the sewer exit. To use the sewer extract, you will need a sewer key, and you can double this up with the next quest, or at least check for it, because located inside the sewer extract is the Phantom Dagger, which you need to collect and extract. However, this, just like the Serpent statue, is not 100% spawn rate, and I found mine as soon as I walked through the door on the left. And once again, our final quest is to reach level 25, and once we hit that, we will receive a random piece of epic rogue gear. And if you purchased the premium upgrade, you'll also unlock the Serpent's banner set and the Sunstinger blade skin for the Nightsinger blades. Moving on to the Hunter campaign, Trophies of the Wild. For our first 2 quests, we need to collect 10 arrows and kill 10 skeleton archers. These quests go hand in hand, and by the time you kill all 10 archers, you will almost always have enough arrows to complete both objectives. Moving on to quests 3 and 4, we need to kill 10 wolves and 10 goblins. Both wolves and goblins are common across Goldbrook and Greenwood, so these should be quick and easy to clear. Now, taking a break from the adventures, let's head over to the city, and first to the tavern maid, where we need to craft a seasoned wolf haunch. This recipe does require dried herbs, and if you are short on those, head on over to the treasurer, where you can do a barter, turning 3 goblin ears into a set of dried herbs. After that, we're going to head on over to the alchemist, where we need to craft 5 disease cures. These are, however, not craftable until your alchemist is level 2. For the next quest, let's head on over to the tailor, where we need to craft 5 medicated bandages. We'll take the 5 disease cures from before and add 5 poison antidotes to make these bandages. However, this recipe does not unlock until your tailor hits level 3, so keep that in mind. Back to killing mobs. This next quest, let's kill 10 goblin brawlers. These are the beefy looking goblins that are wielding long swords and are located in pretty much every goblin area around the map, so take these out quickly and efficiently. Moving on, we need to collect and extract ogre blood. Ogre blood is a rare drop from ogres and from Morthog, who is the summoned boss on Greenwood Night. Greenwood Day has 2 ogres for you to kill, and Greenwood Night has 1. However, he is only available in duos and mixed currently, so keep that in mind if you're a solo player. And be ready for multiple runs, as since this is a low drop and there's not a lot of them, it could take you multiple adventures to complete. And back up to the top row here, we're going to kill 10 white wolves. White wolves are fairly common in both Greenwood Day and Night, so this one is pretty straightforward. If for some reason you can't find them on day, just look over on the west side of the map in the wolves den. There's a couple that spawn there. And the final quest in this tree is to collect and extract a Lupine Skull. This is dropped rarely by the little white wolves and much more commonly by the special tier giant white wolves. Hunt the big ones if you want to have a higher chance of getting this drop. And back to the middle, we need to kill 10 wraiths and also collect and extract a burial shroud. The burial shroud is the rare drop from the wraiths, so if you're lucky, by the time you finish your 10 wraith kills, you'll be able to complete both of these quests. Wraiths are found most commonly on Greenwood Day and Greenwood Night. Those 2 maps are your best choice if you want to kill more than one a match. And finally, the last quest, reach level 25. Once you've done this, you will be rewarded with your random piece of epic hunter gear. And if you purchased the premium upgrade, you will also unlock the Elven banner as well as the Verdant branch skin for the Ember branch longbow. Now, for the warrior campaign, Blood and Steel. Quest 1 involves killing 10 wolves. Another simple one, as wolves are located all over Goldbrook and Greenwood. However, this time make sure you keep the wolf fangs, as they'll be needed for the next quest. Our next quest is to craft 5 Warhorns. We need to head to the crafting bench, and down to the warrior section, you'll find Warhorns. Each Warhorn craft costs 1 copper bar and 2 wolf fangs. Our next quest requires us to collect a freshly cut ear, and then extract with it. Freshly cut ears are obtained from dead players inside the match, whether they be friend or foe. Following that, we need to extract from the Grim Exchange. The Grim Exchange is an optional extraction in both Greenwood Night and the Crypts, which requires you to have 2 freshly cut ears in your inventory. Now, the quest does say to use the Grim Exchange on Greenwood Night. However, at the time of writing this guide, it does complete when you use it on either map. Our next quest requires us to break 5 Priest Spirit statues. To do this, you will need to unlock the level 5 trait Juggernaut, and you can find all of these breakable statues across all 3 maps. Here, here, and here. Following that is our quest to collect and extract with a Baron's Key. Now, this is one of the rarer keys in the game, and there is no reliable farming method. The best thing I can tell you to do is kill as many special tier mobs as possible until one drops. Immediately stick that in your butt pouch and get out with it. Oh, and remember, you need to extract with it before you use it. That way you get quest credit. Following this, you need to use the Baron's Key to gather Victoria's necklace. The Baron's Key is used at the Baron's Estate on Greenwood Night, and this chest is located inside of the treasure room there. So you will need to also bring a treasure room key in order to get inside. The quest directly after this requires us to kill the Ogre on Greenwood Night, which conveniently spawns also at the Baron's Estate. However, as I said in the Hunter quest, he does currently only appear in duo and mixed queues, so if you're a solo player, you might want to plan accordingly. Our 2 quests after this go hand in hand, as it is killing 10 spear skeletons and collecting and extracting with a splintered spear. The splintered spear is a rare drop from the special tier spear skeletons, which are the large red ones. You can find several of them along the road of Greenwood Night, or they are spread throughout the crypts map. And of course, finally, the final quest, reach level 25, and you will receive a random piece of warrior epic gear. And with the premium upgrade, you will also unlock the Bullrush banner and the Blood Shaker skin for the Earthshaker mace and shield. Let's get started with the priest campaign, Path to Prophecy. For our first quest, it's pretty simple, just collect 10 wax candles. The best place to find these are in the crypt style areas underground. Just keep an eye out for ledges, altars, and decorated spots that have lots of lit candles. Next up, gather 20 parchment. Parchment's fairly common, and you'll find this by checking wooden barrels, tracker satchels, or adventurer backpacks. Alternatively, if you want to kill stuff, you can kill bandits in Goldbrook or during Greenwood Night. They tend to drop quite a bit. Now that we have parchment, it's time to craft. You'll need 10 class prayer cards for this next quest, and they're made at the crafting bench. The cheapest recipe is Holy Shield, and it's one you'll use quite often. It also only costs 1 parchment and 2 bone dust, so stock up on a little of that and you'll get this done in no time. Now our next 2 quests are praying at spirit statues. The first one wants you to pray at 10 and the second one wants you to pray at 1 during night, and you can knock these out at the same time. So whether you're playing on days, nights, or crypts, just pray at statues while you're running around and you'll get this done in no time flat. Our next quest is to gather 50 bone dust. You need to gather and extract 50 bone dust, and the best spot is the cemetery as it is packed with skeletons. And don't forget to hit the coffins while you're there, as they have tons of extra dust for you to speed this along. This next one can take a little time. You need to extract with a Wailing Soul, which is a very low drop rate item from special tier banshees, and you can find them in both the night and crypt map. Be prepared to do a few runs before you see one drop though. After that, we need to find the Tome of Prophecy. This treasure is located in the Stone Cipher extract on the crypt map, and stone ciphers spawn randomly on the ground throughout the area. Just pick one up, take it to the extraction statue, and wait for the ground to open. Once open, jump down and start looking for the tome. You will extract after 15 seconds, so if you see the tome or you don't have space, you can hop back up on the little pillars that you use to get down to reset your timer. You don't want to accidentally extract while trying to make room for this bad boy, as it is a 2x3 spawn. Your next 2 quests both involve killing mobs while they're under the effects of Penitence, your class debuff. The easiest way to do this is against special tier mobs, as they have higher HP and won't die before the debuff lands. 2 good spots for farming are the Baron's Estate, as it has plenty of higher tier goblins, and the cemetery, as you can find high tier skeletons there. Just take your time, apply your debuffs, and you'll finish this quest pretty quickly. And finally, for the last quest, just reach level 25. Once you've done that, you finish the campaign, and you'll be rewarded with an epic mystery priest container, which will grant you a random piece of epic priest gear. And if you've opted for the premium edition, you'll also unlock the graceful banner set, along with the sun and sky skin for the star and moon weapon. And finally, the wizard campaign, Fire and Dice. Quest 1 has us gather 10 parchment, which is a fairly common drop from wooden barrels, tracker satchels, and adventurer backpacks. Or alternatively, if you'd rather grind mobs, you can kill bandits in Goldbrook or Greenwood Night for a steady supply. Quest number 2 wants us to craft a mystic case. For this, we need to head to the tailor inside the city. However, you will need a level 3 tailor for this recipe to be available. It also requires a pair of scissors, which are most commonly found on shelves around the map. Moving on, the next quest has us collect 10 ring silver. The fastest way to do this is to open coin safes, as well as using skull keys to unlock royal sarcophagi. Quests 4 and 5 have us craft a frost orb and fire staff up to uncommon quality. To do this, just head to your weaponsmith inside the city. Craft a white quality version of each weapon and then upgrade them to +1 to fulfill the quest. Moving on from there, we need to collect 3 spider webs, which are a rare drop from elite tier spiders and an uncommon drop from the big red special tier ones. Spiders are abundant in both Greenwood Night and the Crypts. Our next quest has us craft 3 frozen Cyclone scrolls. Now this is probably the most time demanding quest, as it does require a max level crafting bench. However, once you have that unlocked, it should be pretty simple and easy. Moving on to quest 8, we need to collect and extract with a cursed lens. These are dropped rarely from the large special tier arcane eyes on the crypt map. These next 4 quests can mostly be done together, as the first quest wants us to kill 5 skeletal mages, and the follow-up to that wants us to loot and extract with a mage rune, which is a rare drop from elite tier skeletal mages, and an uncommon drop from the special red tier ones. We also need to loot and extract with a phoenix scroll and a pyroblast scroll. These do drop from those skeletal mages. However, if you are unlucky, you can also get those from necromancers, banshees, and arcane eyes. And as usual, the final quest requires us to reach level 25, and upon doing that, you will receive a random piece of epic wizard gear. And if you opted in for the premium upgrade, you'll unlock the Wormbrand banner as well as the Ember Glass skin for the Drake Glass staff. And that wraps up the full class campaign guide for Season 2 of Legacy Steel and Sorcery. Now I want to hear from you. What kind of quests or campaigns would you like to see added in future updates? Drop your ideas in the comments and I'll be checking them out. And who knows, maybe the devs will too. As always, gamers, peace out and game on.